Have you ever felt an emptiness inside you, something you cannot explain? A heaviness in your heart that no one else seems to notice? You go about your daily life, smiling, talking, doing what you need to do, but deep down, something feels broken. You feel tired, lost, and disconnected from everything around you. No matter what you do, the feeling does not go away. This is not just sadness. This is your soul crying for spiritual healing. Just like the body needs food, water, and rest to stay healthy, the soul needs faith, connection with Allah, and inner peace to thrive. When we ignore the needs of our soul, it starts to send us signals, signs that something is missing, that we are drifting away from our true purpose. These signs come in different ways. We feel constantly exhausted. We lose hope. We struggle to pray, or we feel a deep fear and anxiety in our hearts. But many people don't realize what is happening. They look for solutions in the wrong places, distractions, entertainment, people, material things, but nothing works, because what the soul truly needs is not in this world. It is with Allah. Allah tells us in the Quran, "As for the one who turns away from my message, he shall have a straitened life, and we shall raise him blind on the day of judgment." This means that no matter how much success, wealth, or enjoyment you have, if your heart is distant from Allah, your soul will never be at peace. The sadness and restlessness will not leave until you reconnect with your Creator. That is why spiritual healing is so important. It is not just about feeling better. It is about returning to the path that leads to true happiness and peace. In this video, we will explore 4 signs that your soul is crying for spiritual healing. If you recognize these signs in your life, do not ignore them. They are reminders from Allah, calling you back to Him. Healing is possible, no matter how lost you feel. Allah's mercy is always near. Stay with me until the end, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more inspiring content. Sign 1. You feel lost and unhappy, even when you have everything. There comes a time in life when everything feels meaningless. You may have all the comforts of the world, a stable job, a loving family, a good home, but deep inside, you feel empty. A void lingers in your heart, and no matter what you do, it doesn't go away. You smile, but it feels forced. You try to enjoy life, but nothing truly excites you. This is not a problem of the body. It is a cry from the soul. Your soul is aching, searching for something it has lost. It is searching for its connection with Allah. The soul is like a lamp, and the remembrance of Allah is its light. When we stop feeding our soul with faith, dhikr, and prayer, the lamp starts to dim. The world tricks us into thinking that material success will bring us happiness. But how many people have reached the heights of success and still feel miserable? How many celebrities, despite having fame and wealth, admit to feeling depressed and lost? It is because the heart was never created to find peace in the temporary pleasures of this world. The heart was created to find peace in Allah alone. Allah reminds us in the Quran, "The ones who believe and their hearts are peaceful with the remembrance of Allah." Listen, the hearts find peace only in the remembrance of Allah. When you disconnect from Allah, you disconnect from the source of peace. You try to fill the emptiness with entertainment, social media, shopping, or friendships, but nothing lasts. The moment the distraction ends, the emptiness returns. You keep running, trying to escape your thoughts, but reality follows you everywhere. This is because your soul is calling out to you. It is begging you to turn back to Allah. It is reminding you that true happiness comes from the one who created you, not from the things He created. Think about it. When was the last time you truly felt at peace? Was it when you were deeply engaged in worldly matters, or was it in a moment of sincere connection with Allah? Maybe it was during a heartfelt dua, a night prayer, or a moment when you cried before Allah, asking for guidance. That peace you felt was not an accident. It was your soul receiving the nourishment it desperately needed. When you feel lost, don't let yourself drift further away. Don't let the whispers of Shaitan make you believe that you are too far gone. Allah's mercy is vast. He is always waiting for you to return. It doesn't matter how long you have been distant. The moment you take a step towards Him, He will come running to you. He does not need us, but He loves us. He sees our struggles, our silent cries, and the pain we hide from the world. He knows what burdens we carry, and He is the only one who can truly heal us. The first step to healing is to turn back to Allah. It doesn't have to be complicated. Start small. Talk to Him. Open the Quran and read even a single verse. Pray, even if your heart feels heavy. Because every act of worship is a step closer to the light. The more you fill your heart with Allah's remembrance, the more you will feel that lost happiness returning. Slowly, the emptiness will fade, and you will feel a sense of peace that no worldly pleasure can provide. Your soul is crying for help, but the answer is simple. Reconnect with Allah. Let Him be your refuge. Let Him fill the emptiness inside you, and you will realize that everything you were searching for was with you all along. Sign 2. You feel tired of life and lose hope. Life is full of ups and downs, and at times it can feel like everything is against you. You may wake up every morning feeling exhausted, not because of physical tiredness, but because your heart is weary. You feel like you have been carrying a heavy burden for too long, and no matter how much you try, nothing seems to change. You keep fighting, yet you don't see results. You keep praying, yet you feel like your prayers are unanswered. Slowly, hopelessness starts creeping in, whispering that maybe nothing will ever get better. This feeling is not just sadness, it is your soul crying for spiritual healing. When you lose hope, it means you have forgotten one important truth. Allah is always in control. Nothing happens in your life without His wisdom. Every delay, every struggle, and every pain you experience has a purpose. But when you disconnect from Him, the struggles feel unbearable. You feel like you are alone in your pain, like no one understands what you are going through. This is when the heart starts breaking and the soul starts weakening. Hopelessness is not from Allah, it is from Shaitan. He wants you to believe that your struggles mean Allah has abandoned you. But that is a lie. Allah never leaves His servants. He is closer to you than your own soul. The pain you feel, the tears you cry, and the silent prayers you make in the darkness of the night. He sees them all. He knows how tired you are. He knows how much you have been through, and He is preparing something better for you. Sometimes, when life becomes difficult, it is a wake-up call. It is Allah calling you back to Him, reminding you that you cannot do it alone. He wants you to return to Him, to rely on Him, to place your full trust in Him. Because once you do, your heart will feel lighter. Your problems may not disappear overnight, but your soul will feel at peace. Your story is not over. What you are going through now is just a chapter. Allah is writing a better ending for you. But you must trust Him. No matter how broken you feel, do not stop praying. No matter how hopeless life seems, keep turning to Him. When you cry to Allah, you are not weak. You are strengthening your soul. Every test you go through is shaping you into a stronger believer. If you feel tired of life, remind yourself that this world is not meant to be perfect. It is a temporary test, a place of trials. Your real home is with Allah, in Jannah, where there will be no pain, no tears, no struggles, only peace. But to reach that place, you must hold on. Keep walking, keep believing, and keep trusting in Allah's plan. Your soul is not tired because of life itself. It is tired because it needs the light of Allah. Reconnect with Him, and you will find a strength within you that you never knew existed. Let His mercy heal your wounds. Let His promises fill your heart with hope, because no matter how dark life seems right now, Allah's light will always shine through. Sign 3. You feel distant from Allah and struggle to pray. There was a time when prayer felt easy. You would stand before Allah with a heart full of sincerity, feeling a deep connection. But now, something has changed. You struggle to pray, and when you do, it feels empty. The words come out of your mouth, but your heart feels distant. You delay your salah, sometimes missing it completely. You tell yourself you will pray later, but later never comes. When you try to make dua, you feel disconnected, as if Allah is far away. This is not just laziness. This is your soul crying for spiritual healing. A soul that is disconnected from prayer is like a body that is starving. Salah is the food of the soul, and when we neglect it, we feel weak, lost, and restless. The peace that once came from prayer disappears, and life starts to feel heavy. Everything becomes stressful. Small problems feel overwhelming. Anxiety and sadness creep in. This is because the heart is missing its lifeline, its connection with Allah. Surely, I am Allah. There is no God but myself, so worship me and establish Salah for my remembrance. Salah is not just an obligation, it is a lifeline. It is the moment when you leave behind your worries and stand before the one who controls everything. When you abandon prayer, you abandon your shield. You become more vulnerable to Shaitan's whispers. He fills your mind with distractions, making you believe that you are too busy, too tired, or too sinful to pray. But these are lies. The moment you turn back to Allah, He welcomes you with open arms. If you feel distant from Allah, the first step to healing is to return to prayer. Even if your heart doesn't feel it at first, keep praying. Even if your mind is distracted, keep praying. Because every time you stand on the prayer mat, you are taking a step closer to Allah. With every sajda, you are washing away the darkness inside. With every recitation, you are feeding your starving soul. Think about it. When was the last time you prayed with full presence? When was the last time you truly poured your heart out to Allah in sujud? Salah is your safe space. It is where your soul finds rest. The world may not understand your pain, but Allah does. He is always listening. He is always near. No matter how far you feel, you are never too far for His mercy. In your lowest moments, when your heart is breaking, when you feel lost, fall into sujud. Cry to Him. Speak to Him. Let your soul reconnect with its Creator. Because when you return to prayer, you return to peace. Your soul is longing for its purpose. It is not meant to chase this world endlessly. It is meant to worship Allah. And when you realign your heart with that truth, you will feel a calmness, a strength, and a joy that nothing in this world can replace. No matter how distant you feel, start today. Pray the next salah on time. Make a sincere dua, and watch how your soul begins to heal. Sign 4. You feel anxiety and fear in your heart. Have you ever felt a deep restlessness inside you? A kind of fear that you cannot explain? You worry about the future, about your mistakes, about things that are out of your control. Your heart beats fast, your mind is filled with endless thoughts, and no matter what you do, you cannot find peace. This is not just ordinary stress. This is your soul crying for spiritual healing. Anxiety and fear are signs that something is missing inside you. The heart that is truly connected to Allah feels safe, no matter what happens in life. But when that connection weakens, fear takes over. You start feeling alone in your struggles. You become overwhelmed by the challenges of life. The worries of the dunya consume your mind, and you feel trapped in an endless cycle of stress and doubt. But Allah does not want you to live in fear. He wants you to find peace in Him. True peace does not come from wealth, success, or people. It comes from Allah. The closer you are to Him, the calmer your heart will be. But when you distance yourself from Him, your soul starts to panic. It knows that it is lost. That is why you feel anxious, afraid, and uncertain. The solution is simple. Return to Allah. Start by increasing your remembrance of Him. When you feel anxious, say, Allah is sufficient for us, and He is the best disposer of affairs. When fear enters your heart, remind yourself that nothing happens without Allah's permission. Whatever is written for you will come to you, and whatever is not meant for you will never reach you. You are not in control, Allah is. And when you truly believe this, your heart will feel light. No matter what situation you are in, you are never alone. Allah is watching over you, protecting you, guiding you. He will never abandon you. So if your heart feels heavy, if fear is consuming you, take a deep breath and turn to Allah. Tell Him your fears, your worries, and your struggles. He is listening. He is the only one who can heal your heart and remove your pain. Your soul does not want more distractions. It does not want temporary solutions. It wants Allah. And when you give your heart to Him, He will fill it with a peace that no fear can shake. Trust Him, remember Him, and let your soul heal. My dear brothers and sisters, if you have felt any of these signs in your life, know that you are not alone. Every soul goes through moments of weakness, but Allah's mercy is always greater than our struggles. No matter how far you feel, you can always return to Him. Your soul is not broken. It is just calling you back to your Creator. Listen to it. Start praying again. Remember Allah, seek His forgiveness, and trust in His plan. It is never too late to heal. It is never too late to reconnect with Allah. Take the first step today, and you will feel the peace your heart has been longing for. If this video touched your heart, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Islamic reminders. Share this message with others. You never know who might need to hear it.